Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally sitting down to review the Fenty Beauty Instant Touch concealer and setting powder. I know you guys have been waiting for this review for the longest time, and I really wanted to give this product a fair chance. Okay, I wanted to really test it out for a couple of days, wear it in different ways, and then sit down and do my reviews. I feel like first impressions are a little bit deceiving because I know ways to make products work. So if I can give you guys the pros and the cons to any product, I feel like that's a lot better than just giving you like an instant thought of that product. My expectations were extremely high. So before we get into this video, let's go ahead and talk about the word of the day. And I have in my heart to talk about supporting one another as females. Being in the beauty community, I feel like a lot of the times we are in competition with one another and really trying to up each other. And I think that is so self-destructive, and to not just to yourself, but to the community itself, to us as women. I feel like when women get together and work together, that's when we conquer so much and we build. Okay, because we take inspiration from one another and we're just able to grow together. So today I want to inspire every woman out there, no matter if you're an influencer or not, just any woman out there, to support one another. Instead of viewing someone as competition, view them as inspiration. Whatever it is that you're seeing that they have and you want for yourself, look at the steps that they are taking, take inspiration from that, and do your part in your life to get to that place that you admire so much. And really try to connect with other women that share the same interest as you and uplift each other and really inspire each other to be the best version of yourselves. And if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Also turn your bell notifications so you are notified every single time I upload a video. And let's go ahead and get into it. So I don't have anything on my face except my brows and my eyes done. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the base, obviously, just because we're doing a Fenty Beauty concealer review. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty foundation. I have mine in the shade 310, and it was a pretty good match last time I used it. I'm gonna be honest and say that I haven't worn this one in a little bit. I really have to hydrate my skin. I do find that the Fenty Beauty foundation is a little bit more on the demi matte side, and my skin right now is so dry because of the weather. Like the weather here just, it sucks. It's really cold. I do have the Fenty Beauty primer, but I don't find it gives me enough hydration. I just needed a little bit more. If it was the summertime, I'd be perfectly fine with that primer. It's a gorgeous primer, but I need a little bit more boost on my skin. So I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base for that. So I am taking quite a large amount of that product. Normally I'm so careful with the amount that I use, but my skin, guys, when I tell you it has been so dry, oh my goodness, like the weather is no joke. It's so cold. So then I'm going to take about 2 pumps of that foundation at the back of my hand, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it first on my face. Oh, it looks a little warm, but I think it should be okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with this brush over here. This is from Morphe. It's the E31. I actually forgot how beautiful this foundation is. It looks really nice on my skin, especially with that primer that I laid down, because I know if I didn't, it would look a little bit too dry. But anyways, now we're gonna go on to these amazing concealers that I'm so excited. I have 4 different shades to show you guys, and I was gifted this by the Fenty Beauty team. Thank you so much. This one over here is the shade 320, and 320 is more of a peachy tone, almost color correcting shade, and that's exactly what I use it for, to color correct my dark circles around my mouth area. And I think it's perfect because it's not too warm where it's going to show up under my foundation. What I do is I apply it right here where I have some dark circles, and I do the slightest amount because I don't want too much coverage. I just want to color correct that area. And then we are going to go in with a more brightening concealer. I'm going to blend that out with the Fenty Beauty sponge, which is the first time that I'm actually using, which is in this video. So excited. I love how soft this is, and it definitely expanded a lot when I wet it. So that color correcting shade definitely brought some brightness under my eye area and concealed somewhat of the darkness there. And now I'm going to go on to highlighting. Now I have a couple of different shades that I can use. The 330 is pretty much my skin tone. I can use this to touch up around my face, or if I want a really natural, just to conceal under my eyes, I can use 330, but it's not going to do any highlighting. But then I have the shade 300 and 290, and these definitely brighten underneath my eyes. So I'm going to be taking the shade 310 and apply that right under my eyes. Look at that color. I love, love, love it. Like, it's nice and yellow. Oh, I love it. So I'm applying that much of it so you guys can see that you definitely get a good amount of product just in one wand. Like, look at the amount of product that I got. I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight the forehead area, bridge of my nose, and chin area. Sometimes I definitely do this area, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it and start to tap that in. And you guys will see that this product blends very, very nicely. Nice and smooth on the skin. Look at that. Oh, this color is perfect to highlight. It looks brighter under my eyes, but without it looking too fake and unbalanced with the rest of my face. So we have the concealer on, and I definitely look a lot more wide awake, the way I like to look. I'm gonna go ahead and set this concealer. I have to set it with a powder. On myself personally, if I don't put a powder, it will start to crease on me pretty soon. So what I'm taking is the beautiful new powder from Fenty Beauty, and I absolutely love, love the packaging. Like, it's so luxurious looking. I'm taking the color Banana. Now I do have two shades over here. I have Banana and then I have Honey. Honey is definitely gonna be great for my summer shade because it's a little bit darker and warmer. But for now, Banana is what works on me because it gives me a little bit more of a brighter look. It doesn't darken up the under eye area. So first I'm going to blend out any creasing that I have going on under my eyes with that sponge. Just like so. And then to set that, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty. This is the 170 setting brush. I don't like to bake, so I am just going to go ahead and set it as I would with any other powder. So I just like to give this a little bit of a shift, and then powder comes out. So it's really easy to use. And then I take my powder over here and I'm going to press that under my eye area where we applied the concealer. I try to use a very small amount of powder because this powder is more on the mattifying side, I find, and it definitely makes my under eye look a little bit drier if I apply too much of it. So I apply the smallest amount of this powder because I don't want to take away from how the concealer looks. And when I do first apply it, I definitely look a little bit more drier, but I go in with a setting spray and that really just brings out some hydration on the skin. But yeah, this is pretty much what my under eye and the areas that I put that concealer looks like. It's nice and concealed, nice and smooth under my eye area. And it's brighter. It's definitely a lot brighter, but not unnatural. It's like that kind of natural brightness, I want to say. And yeah, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer and Setting Powder in action. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup. So I am back from doing the rest of my makeup, and this is what I went ahead and did with this top, these lips, and these nails. I feel like I'm about to go salsa dancing right now. Let's go ahead and chat about the concealer. Now, when I do apply this concealer, I really like the product. I love how creamy and soft and lightweight it is. I really like the color that I use particularly. It's a beautiful shade that highlights under my eyes without it looking unnatural. And just the fact that they have so many shades to select from is really mind-blowing, and I can appreciate that Fenty Beauty came out with 50 different shades, which really sets the standards high for all brands out there. And I really feel like they are going to follow in their footsteps, which is amazing because it opens up the door for inclusivity. I feel like Fenty Beauty is really just setting their bar really high when it comes to the beauty industry, which is amazing. And Rihanna is well known for thinking outside of the box and really breaking down barriers, which is great. Having 50 shades can be a little bit confusing, not gonna lie, but the fact that they all correspond with a foundation shade makes it that easier. I know that my foundation shade is 310, so if I get a 310 shade, it's going to be more of my skin tone, it's going to be more natural. But if I want to highlight, I can go with 300 or 290, and it's going to give me a more brighter look. So I love that they made it super easy. I know you guys want to know, what do I think of the coverage of this product? And I want to say that on myself, this is definitely more of a medium coverage, but it is buildable. If I go in with another layer or so, I can definitely build it up to a high coverage, but initially it's more of a medium, which I don't mind at all on a daily basis. And then if I want to go higher in coverage, I could just add a little bit more product. Because this is so creamy and lightweight under the eyes, I don't feel like if you build it up, it looks heavy or cakey. It still looks more on the soft, natural side, which I really love. I also love that it has more of a satin finish and not a complete matte finish. And I think that really goes nicely with the foundation, because their foundation is more on the demi matte side. If I were to put another matte product under my eyes, I think it would just look too dry. So the balance between the two really helps me out. It sits really nicely on my skin, and yeah, I love the finish of it. I feel like this concealer is really long lasting, like actually super long lasting. I can wear this all day and it won't start to fade away or start to kind of rub away. It will stay in place, especially when I apply a powder. And I definitely have to set this one with a powder, or it starts to crease on me. I'm getting a little bit older. I do have some fine lines under my eyes, so it is very normal for a concealer to crease on me in a very slight way. Now, if it overly creases and just looks not good, I will let you guys know. But this is like the normal creasing that I get with all my other concealers, just because, you know, my under eye area aren't like baby soft smooth. I'm not, you know, 18 years old anymore. So it's very normal for that to happen on me. I do have to set pretty much 95% of my concealers with a powder if I want it to last a little bit longer without it looking super creasy under the eyes throughout the day. And this is the same with this one. So for me, the concealer is definitely a hit. I feel like they did an amazing job with the formulation because it just looks gorgeous. It looks natural. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel heavy, which is my main top concerns with any base products. And I'm talking foundation and concealer and primer. I don't want it to feel heavy on the skin. I don't want it to look heavy on the skin. And I want it to wear all day long without me having to worry to touch it up. So these definitely hit all three marks. So now let's go ahead and talk about these bad boys right over here, which are the powders. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty picky when it comes to powder because I have more of a normal to dry skin. I don't gravitate towards a lot of powders because they do look a little bit too matte on my skin. I love a glowy, dewy look. That's just my preference. So this powder does have a scent to it, and it is quite strong. Especially when you first open up the powder, you will get a whiff of that scent. Now to me, I don't find anything wrong with that. I do like the smell. It smells almost like perfumey in my opinion, but it's like a really soft perfume. The scent does not linger on your skin or anything like that throughout the day. It kind of goes away really quickly. Sometimes when a powder is called banana, it is so yellow, like so yellow that I personally cannot use. It just doesn't look natural. It doesn't flow with the rest of my makeup. And this one here definitely does. It has more of a lighter, creamier yellow tone to it, which is great. It's not gonna look overly yellow on my skin, okay? Now, the formula of this powder, this is what you guys are here for, okay? I'm talking too much. The formula of this powder, it's a very lightweight, soft powder, okay? Very silky to the touch, very finely milled. But this is definitely a mattifying powder. This will remove all shine and keep you matte. I'm talking really, really matte, to the point that it's a little bit too matte for me. I cannot bake with this powder. I have tried and it is definitely too matte under my eyes. I can apply it with a very light hand and using a nice fluffy brush. This is the Fenty Beauty setting brush 170, and it picks up a very gentle amount of powder. I can disperse that under my eyes and then brush away the excess, and it still definitely mattifies under my eyes because it's that mattifying in my opinion. So to be quite honest, this powder is not like my favorite powder. Maybe in the summertime where I get a little bit more on the oilier side, it will work out for me. But right now with me having such dry skin, it's a little bit too mattifying on my skin. If you have oily skin, or if you just like that matte look, this is amazing. You're going to really, really like it, simply because it definitely is going to take away all shine and control your oils, but it has a very soft, lightweight feel, and it also looks very smooth on the skin. It's just a little too matte for me. So that is it for my review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new and cool today, and I really hope that this was super informative. Definitely check the description box to this video, as I have a lot more details going on. I told myself from now on I'm going to give you guys a lot more information in that description box, so check out the details down there. I tell you all the colors that I'm wearing, the shade ranges, the price points, a little bit of a mini review written down also for those of you who like to read more detailed reviews. So check the description box for more information. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I absolutely love the concealer. I'm going to be using it more and more each time, so you guys will definitely see this on a lot of videos. Leave your comments down below and also your recommendations for videos that I should be filming, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.